Hello everyone, welcome back. Eden Star Early Access coverage. This is episode 14, day 7. I'm Enigmius, and today we got stuff to do. Not altogether different from previous days. We're kind of getting into a bit of a cycle, a bit of a routine, which is nice. Actually, it's a little bit less frenetic, which isn't to say that it's always going to be that way, but for now we can enjoy a little bit of our time, just ourselves, our RMD, and a few stacks of Tennel. This is our upgraded RMD mining shenanigan. Oh, that's interesting. It's noticeably faster than the previous one. It's not like end of the world faster. It's not like mining with the Death Star, but it is a very nice and very welcome change from what we had previously. Now, goals for today are pretty straightforward. As much Tennel as I can find. We need Tennel to do some repairs on our turrets. We also need Tennel to make ammunition. And we need Tennel to keep everything kind of running smoothly with ammunition while we focus on gathering other materials. So a surplus of Tennel is definitely not going to make us unhappy. We want to be upgrading our RMD and anything else we can upgrade. I also was reading that it's possible to find additional Eden kits crash landed throughout the world that you can then use to make new bases, whether you want multiple different bases of operations scattered throughout the world, or if you just want to have a multi-Eden kit sort of complex in one area taking advantage of the extra storage and turrets. Definitely something that we could look into, or at least keep our eyes open for. I would love to have, frankly, a little bit of extra storage capacity in our base that's safe, so that if we die, we don't lose everything that we're carrying, like ammunition and important materials that we spent all this time gathering. I mean, I understand in a survival game things have to have consequences, or it just becomes formulaic and there's no real reward for playing well. It's something that I accept in the survival genre that I wouldn't necessarily accept in certain other kinds of games. But in this case, we're kind of being a little bit picky on account of the Tennel. I just walked past another gigantic Bridgmanite deposit because I didn't want to invest the time into gathering it, but it looked a little bit odd, so I wanted to just make sure it was Bridgmanite and not something else that I hadn't discovered before. Nice and quick. I love this. This is so fantastic. We're going to be able to make ammunition. We're going to repair our turrets. I think we've got plenty of Bridgmanite back at base that we can repair our structural cubes, because the ones on the roof are taking a bit of a beating. I don't know exactly what we need for our next RMD upgrade, but I do know that we're completely out of ammunition. We're not low on ammunition. We're completely out of ammunition, and that's not exactly the situation we want to be in. 10 minutes left of daylight that we can use to gather up whatever we can find. We're just going to grab this cerulean because it was here, and it's blue, you know, so it's a nice change of pace. It's different. It's a different color from the Tennel that we've been grabbing. We also are going to need some protonite. I don't know if I mentioned that. I may have mentioned it earlier and completely forgotten. And that's one of the materials that's necessary for repairing our turrets. Is Tennel and protonite. Look, there we got another vein of Tennel down here. It's so nice over here, but we also have to keep in mind that it's not going to stay nice for very long if we aren't keeping on top of the hives, because that's going to be kind of a thing. Some of the monsters that the developers, Flix Interactive, are starting to show off are kind of terrifying. I mean, if we look at the game the way it is now, I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. In terms of long-term playability, all of the things aren't there yet. I think it would be the best way to say it. It's not to say that it's not going to be there, or that the devs don't want to add it. It's just it's not there yet because it's early access in development. But then you look at some of the big kind of monsters that are coming our way, and they're like armored versions of things. It's like, first of all, who gave that Splintermite armor? And second of all, who has been feeding it for the last 5 years, because it's huge. And the idea of having one of those guys kind of roaming around, coming across your base and just completely demolishing it, it's a little bit frightening. Kind of gives incentive to place some turrets on the ground, just so that you have a chance in hell of salvaging at least some of your base not losing your Eden kit just because the thing looked at you funny. How are we doing? We got 8 minutes. We're actually doing pretty good for time. We're going to grab some of this just so that I have it on hand. I don't have to go through the Eden kit inventory in order to get the bridgemanite that we're going to need to repair the cubes on the roof. We're going to see if we can find one more beefy tunnel deposit, and we're going to gather some trees for the protonite, and then we're going to go get ourselves squared away. Whatever time we have left after all of that, all the preparations are done, is the time that we will use to do things like run around looking for hives to kill, gather the Teslinium, scope out new places to go tomorrow, things like that. I want to have everything sort of done and in place so that when nighttime rolls around, it's done and in place. We don't have to worry about doing it when we've got Ickas breathing down our necks. That ought to be good. It lost count of how many bridgemanite we picked up. Kind of looking around, looking for the green stuff. We may not find any more. I'm also kind of keeping an eye out for the red beacons from the hives. I would like to get a feel for how often they respawn, and also how quickly they grow. There's one. That creepy bastard up on the mountain. See, that's the kind of guy that's going to be problematic, because there's our base, and there's the hive. They're really, really close, and as far as I know, that hive is, for now, spawning splinter mites, but I don't know if they can change what they spawn. I don't know if it's a dedicated splinter mite hive, or if it's going to spawn splinter mites now, but if it's left for long enough, it'll start spawning Ickas just because it's not having enough fun. I don't know what the rules are for that. I want to just do something horrible to that guy, just to find out what happens, but I know nothing happens yet. There's no loot from mobs yet. I think that's part of the plan, I think. Don't take my word for it. If you haven't seen the devs say it, assume I'm wrong in all things. I don't want to be the cause of another uprising. People complaining that somebody told them so-and-so was going to be such and such, and now their hopes are dashed and they're angry. I'm going to write angry letters to their political representative. Yeah, oh my god, that is just so savagely revolting. Oh look, more tunnel. Our base should go there. I should actually be using this route, I think, to get from our base to our happy little plateau where we've been roaming for the last 3 or 4 episodes. But I just remember all those splinter mites that were kind of crawling all over the hill after that one night, and I don't want to be running into them. Ooh, look at the ironite. I don't know if this was here before, but I'm taking it now. So much faster with this new mining tool. It's really hard to place a value on how important speed is. Being able to do things faster means you can get more things done, which means you can be more prepared and be able to make progress where previously maybe you were just barely holding on, if not slipping backwards. So we've got all this ironite from this little spire that we came across, and it didn't really take all that long. Ooh. Hey, come here. All of you. Get in the bag. There we go. This is our base. Look at this, nice, convenient. Right, we'll have to remember that there was an ironite spire that we can reach from the roof of our base. So now we go to. Can we go E? Will that? No, because that's at 100%. Here, 89%. Now it's 100. 86 now is 100. Doing the regeneration on the cubes on the roof. It's just because, you know, I've always been along the, you know, I prefer to have things taken care of regularly as opposed to letting them deteriorate until the point where they're falling apart. I just feel better that way. Same with the turrets. Like this guy, you can see he's in pretty rough shape because we ran out of materials. So we're gonna hop on down here. That was a very gratifying jump, I have to say. We're gonna get after some of these larger trees. I don't think I need a ton of protonite. You can see as the tree is falling. On the left side of the circle there, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's enough protonite for to repair. No, actually, I don't think it is. I think we needed maybe 18 protonite to repair that one turret that was in really rough shape. And we definitely want to have that taken care of before night falls. We don't want to be leaving a turret like that where it's smoking and sparking and just waiting for a single concentrated assault from the Ika, and then it's done. And then you either have to build a new one and place it or go without it for the rest of the night. So much quicker and easier. All the little chunks, the little slivers. What's this? This is... Oh, that's good. Oh, even hiding in the bush underneath where the tree was. We're gonna do one more. This, we got 2 minutes, which is not bad. In 2 minutes and 10 seconds, we can finish gathering protonites. I'm going to turn on our light here because it is getting a little bit dark and we do have some shadows at play. We have enough time to gather more fiber to jam in our Eden kit for power. We'll be able to finish gathering this, we'll be able to get our turrets repaired, we'll be able to make some ammunition for our assault rifle, and probably stow some things into inventory and be ready to meet the Ika assault. Here, we'll do this one last one. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds. How are we doing protonite? I think there's 2 turrets that need to be repaired. One of them, again, needs it quite badly, and the other one I think is just taking minor damage. So we should be alright. Good enough. That whole tree, we just gobbled it up. Our base aesthetically could use a little work. If it weren't for the glowing bits making it look better than it actually is, we would be hanging our heads in shame right now. We're not making use of all the tools available to us to make things look kind of spiffy. But it's not for a lack of trying. Here we go. 15 tunnel and 8 protonite. So we had it reversed a little bit. HP is at 37%. Now it's up to 100%. You, sir, are at 100%. And this guy's at 65%. So it's twice as much tunnel as protonite to repair. Basically, seems to be the rate of conversion. This one 92%. And consumables. Disruptor cell. Look at all that tunnel that we've got. That is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Create. 3 stacks. Eden kit. And fiber. Max. Store. Not enough space in Eden kit inventory. Space for 0. Oh, sorry. Convert. Derp. Continue. We have enough power for 2 more turrets. Why do I feel dirty suddenly? Here we go. The Ikas are inbound. For the first time in a long time, we're ready for them. We were looking at them before they fired the first shots. Holy cow, there's a lot of them. I feel like, oh boy, we're about to die. We're really about to die. Holy crap! What was with that? Our turrets are doing an excellent job, but we were very, very close to death there. That was one of the most brutal initial assaults that I've ever seen. Now our health should continue to regenerate, but I'm a little bit concerned by how much damage we took and how quickly that our turrets are also going to be in rough shape. I hear them chirping. Jeez. We're just going to kind of take a bit of cover while we can. I definitely don't want to be hanging down by my Eden kit, pretending like my turrets are going to be able to handle this all on their own. I wonder if maybe the Ika, like the amount that spawn, don't scale with the power that you have from your Eden kit. Like, we just upgraded it. We have room now for 6 turrets, or power now for 6 turrets. So is it scaling under the assumption that we're going to have 6 turrets? Where? Yeah, we lost 2 turrets. What a bunch of bastards. That initial assault just wiped out 2 turrets. So we're gonna have to Eden Kid in danger. Oh, I know. I know very well that the Eden Kid is in danger. How are we looking here? Reload. Oh, lots of ammunition. That's the one good thing coming out of this. Is we had no trouble meeting the ammunition requirement to so far contribute consistently to the defense of the base instead of hiding and praying, but wow. So next day, while we have the materials to do so, I think it's going to be appropriate that we carry as many assault rifle rounds as we can carry and go hive hunting and see if we can't trim down. Jeez, stop spitting. Look at the holes in our cubes. You, with the bombing. Stop it. So we got 2 hives up on the hill. It looks like the sun is coming up. Wow, how did that not hit him? Hey, behave. How are we doing ammunition? Wow, we're getting low. Hey, you, quit squiggling. Always with the squiggling. How are we doing? Daybreak, we made it. Day 8. We're gonna need to do some repairs. We're gonna need to make some ammunition. And we're gonna need to destroy some hives. And that will all be happening in the next episode. So if you want to be notified when I make that episode, you can always subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links for social media are always in the information box below the video. Please leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.